All right, guys, another concept of a review, finding a percent of a number. And believe it or not, you may see a lot of this, especially when you go into department stores, when it says 30% sale. And now, after this little tutorial, hopefully you can solve this on your own and not be guessing as to how much am I really going to save. So here we go. So let's just say it's 30% of $400, and you're going to buy a brand new TV and it's 30% off, and you want to know what price it is that you're going to have to pay versus how much you're really saving out of this 400. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to set this up as two separate forms. One is the proportion model, and then the algebraic or multiplication process. And I'm going to show you both ways, okay? We know that percents are always going to be over 100. So if I have 30% of 100 is equal to the value of 400 is my total, and I'll write the word total here, is equal to what value? We don't know, the unknown. And the simplest way I can show you is to say, all right, how do I get from 100 to this 400? I can multiply this by 4, the denominator by 4, to get to 400. And if I did that to the denominator, I must do the exact same thing to the numerator, times 4. So now I get 120 when you multiply 30 times the 4 over 400, and is equal to x over 400. So therefore, since the denominators are the same, I know that my numerator must be equivalent as well. So therefore, x must be the value of $120. In this example, 30% of $400. Additionally, I can show you the multiplication method. So I'm just going to write this as a sentence. From this is 30% of 400. Well, we know that because this 30% is going to be over 100, so it's just like saying this, 30 over 100. Well, what place value am I really saying? 30 hundredths. So in short term, it's really, if I look at my place value chart, here's my tenths, hundredths behind the decimal. If I say this number, 30 over 100, and as a fraction, 30 hundredths, you can hear the sound hundredths being articulated. That tells you that this 0 must go in the hundredths, and this 3, in relation to this 0 in the numerator, is in front of it. So therefore, the value of this 30% is really saying, and we convert it to a decimal, and I get decimal 30, or 30 hundredths, or 3 tenths. The word of means to multiply by what is given, my total, which is 400. Now, when we multiply with decimals, I account for how many digits are behind the decimal, and I know it's 2. So now I know that I can just strictly multiply this 400 with this 30, and I have how many trailing zeros. So in long form, I can do this. I have 1 trailing 0, 2 trailing 0, 3 trailing 0. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 times this 3 is 12. And because I have 2 digits behind the decimal, I can go to the far right. 1, 2, underline, just like I did here, and then put the decimal point. So therefore, I get $120. So you can see how both of these methods can work. Hopefully this helps.